So my great-grandfather founded the business in the 1930s. It was a contract ploughing business, and that's where I suppose our construction roots come from. But over the decades, it has kind of morphed and evolved into this larger group of companies that operate in different industries. And it really grew through the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. The business is now different today, the group is now different, and it has grown. But that's part of the fun nature of a group. No day is the same, everything's a bit different. And as times and industries and economies evolve, the group goes with it. So we have quite a few companies in the group, and it's recently changed. This year we've added 2 more forklift businesses. So technically we've got 9 trading businesses across the group, but the way we look at it, we split it down into 3 industry verticals. We've got our manufacturing business, Kenhall, which is where we make footwear. Then we've got our construction business, which is made up of Barton, Boughton Loam and Bennie, and that's very much mineral based, so it's soils predominantly. And then we've got our equipment business, which is the vast majority of the group, which is all of our haulage, all of our plant equipment, and of course all of our materials handling equipment as well in Bennie equipment. I think at our height we technically had 13 trading businesses across the group. So I think we used to own a petroleum business as well. I think we had our own IT business back in the days when computers were the size of this room. We're talking a long time ago. We bought our forklift business for £1 many years ago, and we turned it around. I've now turned it into a much bigger part of the group. When I took the business on a couple of years ago, our forklift unit was £3-4 million worth of revenue a year. It's now 10 million. The team is significantly bigger. We now have 2 more depots in the west of England. We've really grown that business. So Kenhall is our manufacturing business in the group, and it produces orthopaedic footwear, primarily for the NHS, but also other private medical companies across the UK. It genuinely changes people's lives every single day. So the footwear that we manufacture, purely in the UK, we manufacture everything in the UK, and they'll be supporting really severe conditions, diabetes, you'll have ulcerations in your feet, you might have one leg shorter than the other, you might have problems with how you walk and your mobility, and the shoes that we're providing are giving people of all ages, young and old, the ability to walk, get out, have some independence. Of course, and it also saves the NHS money. The product that we're providing to the NHS to treat an ailment means that an operation is not taking place generally. As well as that, we do have our retail range. So every single pair of shoes that goes through that factory is 100% bespoke and custom made there and then. And so we've adopted that into the retail side of things. So we have a brand called Newman and Regent. So we've kind of taken what we've learned from the specialist side of things and adapted that into retail. I'm 4th generation running the business now, and of course we are a family business. We're family owned and family led, and we're very proud of that. For me, it's about more than just us here in Northamptonshire or in Gloucestershire or Wiltshire. It is very much around what that means for the UK. Family businesses are the most important business economic output product that we have in the UK, and we are often overlooked as a community. I think whether you're a corner shop run by a family or whether you're one of the bigger family businesses, making sure that we have a government and a leadership that fully understands what that is and how that works is really important. Because at the end of the day, it supports what the government is trying to do and supports their growth agenda, and of course the tax and the revenue returns that they get from that. So in 2025, we celebrate 90 years in business. We're changing, we're on a change programme, and we're moving away from being a construction business. We are now predominantly known for 2 things, and that is equipment, materials handling equipment, so forklifts, powered access, sweepers, as well as plant, but also soil. We're one of the biggest soil brands in the UK, taking what is a really important natural resource, recycling it, rejuvenating it, and putting it back into the construction industry. So that's very much our strategy, to grow both of those businesses extensively to take the group to the next level.